Hey, welcome back. It's very challenging, even for the most experienced data professional, to explain to someone what's data management. This is because there are so many different components, activities, and different functions and responsibilities within the data management space. The good news is that DAMA has developed the DMBOK framework, which stands for Data Management Body of Knowledge Framework, which really for the first time provides us a really organized and structured way of looking at data management by dividing data management into specific data knowledge areas, which are called subject areas. And the 11 subject areas are here on the screen. The DMBOK book is a huge book that captures in a lot of detail all the 11 subject areas of data management. And this course is divided into these 11 subject areas. So by the time you finish this course, you're going to have a really good knowledge of all the 11 subject areas that make up data management. So what are these 11 subject areas? Here on the right, we have the data management subject areas wheel. And as you can see, the first subject area that we have is actually in the middle, which is the data governance. This is because data governance provides direction and oversight for data management to ensure the secure, effective, and efficient use of data within the organization. So you can say that the data governance subject areas is kind of the umbrella of everything else that goes on within data management. And this is why we're going to start with this topic as well within our course. Then if we proceed to the first one, here on the wheel, we have data modeling and design. This is the process of discovering, analyzing, representing, and communicating data requirements in the form of various data models. The next one is data storage and operations. This is the process of designing, implementing, and supporting data storage within the organization. We then have data security. Under data security, we ensure data is accessed and used properly only by the right people at the right time based on all the latest policies and regulations. Then we have the data integration subject area where we design and implement data movement across the various data sources. So this is all about, for example, having the integration between our data source and our data warehouse. This is the integration that we design. Then we have document and content management, which is really all about the process of storing unstructured media files and others. That's going to make more sense once we get to this subject area. We then have reference and data management, which is the process of maintaining the core critical shared data within the organization. We also have data warehousing and business intelligence, which is all about how we store our data in the data warehouse from the various sources and how we present it to the different stakeholders in the form of dashboards, reports, and other forms. Then we have metadata, which is the management of information of data within the organization. We also have data quality, which is the process of making sure our data is fit for purpose and it's of good enough quality for what we're trying to achieve. And we, of course, have data architecture, which really defines the structure of an organization's logical and physical data assets. Now, if some of these subject areas make more sense to you than others, don't worry about it. By the time you finish this course, you're going to feel really comfortable that you know at a high level what each subject area is and what are the different specifics that you need to keep in mind about it. Another really useful diagram is this DMBOK pyramid by Peter Eichen. This was really created to define the relationship between the different subject areas that we've just discussed. So as we've discussed, at the bottom of the pyramid, we have data governance, which makes really the ground foundation of the whole data system within our organization. In other sources, it's called really the umbrella. Here, it's illustrated as the foundation. In reality, it all starts from this blue layer here in the middle, where we really buy the applications that include the various database capabilities that we need. So we need data modeling and design, data storage, and data security as functions first described in order to get started. We then have the orange layer, where we define the overall data architecture, the data quality, and metadata processes. Then in green, we have data governance, which is crucial, as we said, as a foundation for the whole data management framework. We also introduce data warehousing and business intelligence, reference and master data, and document and content management. So these 11 topics cover the 11 subject areas that we're going to talk about. And then Peter Eichen actually put on top data analytics and big data. His idea really is that if you have a well-functioning system for the other 11 topics, you enable advanced analytics and big data. Now, I know all this can seem a bit confusing at this point of time, but believe me, by the time you finish this course, it's going to be much more clear for you what are the different connections between these 11 subject areas. I just want to present you this DMBOK pyramid, so in future you have it for reference, because it clearly explains which subject areas are kind of bundled together. But all this is going to start making more sense when we actually cover the different subject areas. So having said that, let's now proceed to the next lesson and start exploring the section for data governance.